father had a relationship with my husband before I did. I knew who he was, but he had a relationship with my father and my mother before I even went out to eat with him. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as that concerned, not in a threatening way or anything like that, but just in general, that was my experience with my husband is that he was close with my father, actually. And before he was close with me. I didn't want to talk to him because he was close with my dad, to be honest with you. But keep it a buck. But I ended up, you know, actually going out with him and talking to him, and I mean, and we're still together. But I mean, it worked out. He always respected me, and possibly because he respected my father. I mean, I don't know how much it played into it, but it definitely did occur.
All right. But go ahead, Soulfulia. You trying to say something too?
Yeah.
Yes, we want to
So
hear from you. You've been awfully quiet all night.
so I think that to kind of address your question, I'm not going to answer it directly, but you have said a couple things that kind of give me a little bit of insight into the way that you think a little bit. So your question was, why do women not introduce these men to their fathers? And then earlier you had said something about how women have too much freedom these days, which, you're able to have your opinion on that. That's fine. First of all, I think that it kind of goes back to my point before where I said not everybody is meant for marriage, not everybody is relatable. So we look at these people and we hear them and we hear their situations and we see how they're operating and we see that they're not relating properly and we see that they're not, dealing with relationships in a normal way. And we want to ask, like, oh, why aren't they doing this the normal way? Well, maybe they shouldn't be dating. Maybe they shouldn't be getting married. Maybe these are the types of people who I mentioned before who are not candidates for marriage. And that's okay. Like, everybody is not going to be paired up. Everybody is not going to be, focused or doesn't need to be focusing on relationships. Sometimes if you're a woman and you have all these tumultuous relationships and you have all these dramatic relationships, there's something about you that needs to be addressed. And it doesn't need to be that you take your man to your dad to vet him. It needs to be that you need to take yourself with yourself and figure out what's going on with you, and figure out how you can, do relationships better. And the same goes for men. So that's another thing I was going to say. Like, you were mentioning how women keep having this issue. Women this, women are have too much freedom. Women this. We, like Clout said, we have different technology now. Every single last one of us has social media, and that's a different technology that we didn't have years ago. So we have different access to people. We have different ways of relating to people, and we have like different outlets. But that doesn't make us more suitable or more fit for marriage or relationships because we have these means of communication. Like, the question in and of itself to me is the wrong question. That's all I wanted to say.
I like the fact that you preface your statement by saying marriages and relationships, because I wasn't solely focusing on marriage. I was also talking about relationships as well. You know what I'm saying? Because relationships is the cornerstone of our society at all different levels, right? And sort of me talking about that woman introducing them to their father wasn't that, hey, have your father vet this person, but like, hey, I'm interested, I'm deeply, engaged with this individual. I think that this is going somewhere, and I want to bring them around the people that I care and that I love, and I want them to also have conversations, engage with him on some sort of level, especially the men, right? To know that, hey, like, my daughter's a good, is a good woman, or like, what are your intentions with my daughter, et cetera, right? We kind of put this like this onus on, like, trying to pass the buck onto somebody else, which can be further from the truth, because I find that a lot of people are more comfortable of introducing their significant other to their friends than they are to their parents.
Kelly.
I think some women are introducing their significant other to their family, friends, whoever, because they probably don't feel like they're that significant as of where they are in the relationship. That's what I think. Like, yeah, you could date somebody for 6 months, and that's your significant other, but you might not feel comfortable enough in that relationship to introduce them because maybe he hasn't proposed yet. Maybe some women are more serious. Maybe they feel like, well, until he asks for my hand in marriage, I'm not going to introduce him to my family because this person might not last. That's just a perspective, you know. It's just the reality of it. Men don't always introduce every woman to their friends and family.
Yeah, I definitely didn't introduce every woman that I dated to my mother. I think my mother may have met maybe 4 or 5 women throughout my life that I was dating. I think another part to what Luis was saying is that I think most women don't introduce the guy that they're dating because they know that the parents wouldn't go for it. They wouldn't approve of the guy. I had met this one chick at she was a bartender. I went and got some food, and we just got on the topic of just talking about life. And she was explaining to me that she was dating this one guy. And mind you, she grew up in a 2-parent household in the suburbs. She had everything, didn't want for anything. Her dad was there, provided, paid for everything type of deal. And she came across this guy in the city. He was living the thug life. He was the dope boy or whatever. And she's leaving the suburbs to go hang out in the city with him. And eventually she gets pregnant by him and she wants to leave him. And he decides, you're not just going to leave me. So he shot her in the hip. And now, she has to live with that due to the fact, knowing that her father would have immediately, and I'm not sure, how open she was to it, or if she even, I'm pretty sure she just ignored what he would say or how he felt. But it is one of those deals of where, again, that bad boy status is something about that edge, living on the edge, especially if that's not what you've been exposed to. So now you're more interested and more intrigued to go down that path, or even if a chick is if a sister is dating a guy and the brother is like, man, dude is no good for you. The fact that the brother is saying that he's no good for you, it would be more push for that person to keep messing with him. So I think that is it, and I think it goes for men too. One of the guys would be like, man, all the guys done had shorty, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, leave her alone. She'll bust him. Woo woo. Like, man, I love her. I think it's just kind of part of the game, and depending on where that person is at that point in life, it just happens.
Vince, you know what it is. She put that thing on his chin. That's what that was. Now he in love with that thing.
That's how it go though. That's how it goes. Some people fall to it, some don't. That's why we need them hoes out here, bro.
God damn. Whole line about, I understand that. Look, that's crazy. I can't get past that. That's crazy. But with what we are saying, I think a lot of ladies are like, I think it was Louis. He said they looking for a submissive provider man. Yeah, that's dangerous because that's gonna get old real fast. A woman don't really want a man like that. She could just dog walk and run over because that's gonna get stale fast. She's not gonna be turned on no more. You know, that cat ain't gonna get wet like he used to because she gonna know I can just do what I want to do with him and just dog walk his ass. And no matter what I do, he gonna take me back. He gonna accept me. He's not gonna cut that attention faucet off. Why? Because he's gonna kowtow to her because he wants to continue to do what he wants to do. Because, like I said, it might be the best thing you ever had. Fellas, don't fall for that shit, man. The numbers are in our favor. These ladies are a dime a dozen. They got the standard model of every woman. They got a vagina, they got titties, and they got ass. It's all about what they got between their damn ears is what you need to be focused on. If they ain't got shit up there but goddamn sawdust, don't deal with them heifers. Another thing is don't deal with a woman who doesn't have a father figure. Those type of women don't have no type of respect for a man because they never been taught, trained, and raised by a man. So they would have no idea when you, as a man, talking to them, they don't know how to relate. They feel like you're just picking on them or taking advantage of them or bullying them. And that's not the case. We're just trying to help you. We're just trying to guide you. Just trying to educate you, trying to teach you, trying to learn you. But some ladies take it as you trying to control them. No, it's not about control. I want nothing but the best for you. I want to see you be successful. But I'm seeing some things you're doing that's not going to be and going to help you be successful. It's going to help you fail. And I'm not trying to fail with you. So you're going to fail by your goddamn self. What the hell's going on with this?
Yeah, Mission L's face is so priceless right now.
Yeah.
Are you going to come back, man? See so for Lee, if you don't come back, I mean,
you said, am I going to come back? No, I hope I didn't scare you guys off. No, I'm fine. Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
I enjoyed talking with you guys tonight.
Yeah.
Before we go, man, can you let us know how many crystals you own?
Damn. Lord help us.
Don't stereotype me. You don't know me. Don't do it.
Shout out to the crystals.
Let me go get to these super chats right quick. I know Kenna AP $2 says Viz, you need more edification today. Jalen Thomas became a member. Salute to you.
Man, that man is obsessed, bro. Hey, shot. that man is obsessed, bro. Shout out to Kenny to pay us some money, to putting some money down to make himself be seen.